Hello, Sabine Stovall with the Wealth Planning Company. You are watching Sabine Has Something to Say. Today I want to talk about mutual funds and exchange traded funds. Why are they even a thing? What purpose do they serve? To understand this, let's pretend that they don't exist. So let's say I am a new investor and I have a couple $1,000s and I'm ready to put it to work. So maybe I'm not ultra wealthy yet, but I would like to be. I need to start investing. I can pick out a good company to invest in, but if I don't have any experience with the market, how am I going to pick one? And I've heard about this thing called diversification. Wouldn't it be better if I picked more than one so that all my eggs weren't all in the same basket? I'll tell you what would be great if I could just buy the whole thing. S&P 500 has 500 stocks in it. It'd be great if I could buy all. The problem with this plan is that some stocks are expensive, really expensive. One share of Berkshire Hathaway costs over $700,000. So to get exposure to the S&P 500, I have to already be rich. But then someone came up with a great idea, a mutual fund. Here's how it works. You have a little bit of money, maybe your neighbor has a little bit of money, Uncle Joe might have a little bit of money. If we get enough people involved in this, then we can pool all of our money together and collectively we can afford the S&P 500. And what I might do as mutual fund manager is I might take this mutual fund and break it down into smaller shares so that each share costs $50. If you buy one share for $50, it gives you exposure to the whole bucket of stocks. Okay, but I'm not going to do this for free. So maybe my fee's 1%. So for every $50 you put into the mutual fund, I get to keep 50 cents. But maybe you're happy to pay it because in exchange, you get access to diversification that would otherwise be cost prohibitive. So mutual funds are awesome, but they're not perfect. Let me introduce a concept called embedded capital gains. So let's say I'm running this mutual fund and I'm really good at it. I bought Apple back in the 90s for 50 cents. Since then, it has grown by over 150,000%. It's done great. And so a lot of people made money on my mutual fund. But let's say that you were not one of them, but you heard about this fund. And so today you decide to buy a share. Congratulations, you're in. But let's say I, the mutual fund manager, decide that I'm going to sell Apple tomorrow. All that money that other people made on Apple, you didn't get any of that. You just bought the fund today, but I'm selling it tomorrow. And guess what? All of that gain in Apple that you didn't participate in, it was realized after you bought in. So guess what? You get to pay the capital gains tax. Yeah, you are going to be paying taxes on money that other people made before you even got into the fund. What? There has to be another way. There is. An exchange traded fund or ETF. An ETF is similar to a mutual fund from the perspective that one share gets you access to an entire bucket of investments, but it's a little more tax efficient. You are only going to pay taxes on money that you actually make. Plus, ETFs tend to have lower fees. So instead of paying me 50 cents, maybe you pay me 10 cents. And they're a bit more transparent because they have to report their holdings a little more often. So you can see why some investors prefer them. But either way you go, whether it's through a mutual fund or an ETF, you have the opportunity to access the same breadth of investments that rich people do. So whether you're starting with $500 or $500 million, through the use of funds, a diversified investment portfolio is within reach. If you are interested in getting started with investing, give us a call. We at the Wealth Planning Company would love to be your advisors and help guide you to ensure that the portfolio that you choose is appropriate for you, your life, your risk tolerance, your time horizon, your accumulation goals. It might seem overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. It's within reach, and we're here to help. Sabine Stovall with the Wealth Planning Company. Until next time.